for inviting those of us who are not in the committee. And I want to welcome our police chief from Laredo, Chief Claudio Trevino. Thank you for being here, Chief. Director, would you remind me when we first started appropriating what we call here in the legislature border security funding? Can you remember what year?
2007. We bought the first helicopters for the Department of Public Safety and set up a mechanism to make sure that information was being exchanged, because one of the complaints, as you remember, from the sheriffs and chiefs of police, they weren't getting Border Patrol information and information from Office of Field Operations.
So 2007, and we're now 2019.
Yes, sir.
And, it seems to me, members, we're sitting here today because of a federal issue. These are federal laws we're talking about. These are federal issues we're talking about. Now, we have a responsibility, those of us who are in the legislature and all the state agencies and county judges and commissioners and mayors, to do the best we can for our communities. And so we do, and we try. And I've been one, as you know, Director, we've worked together a long time, and I've been one who has supported the funding every time, against the wishes of some of my colleagues at times, but I believe it. I believe that we needed to do it. Nonetheless, this is all federal. This is all federal. And, Chairman Anchia and Chairman Nevares, I try to keep up with everything that's going on in state government, but I can't. Do we have any pending lawsuits against the federal government with reference to the lack of their doing their job on this issue, on these issues?
No, but we sent them a bill almost 4 years ago.
I knew we had done that.
Surprisingly, it has not been paid.
Well, and that's one of the things that I pushed from the beginning. I pushed it when President Obama was there. I pushed it with President Trump that we should be submitting bills, and we have, but they're not going to respond. So it seems to me, I hope that maybe the governor would listen in on. I know the governor's listening. I saw Tommy Williams here a while ago, General Paxton, the Attorney General, and these two committees who may take a vote today or another day, that we should move forward. Somebody needs to file a lawsuit, because what I have seen in my experience is that when there are issues that have to do with the federal government not doing their job on something, or not protecting someone's rights, and the Congress doesn't move on it, it's usually the courts. It's the courts. And so it won't be quick, but it's been 2007 and we're now in 2019. It can't be any slower.
Yes, sir. And as my congressional testimony, they keep asking me back. I don't know why. I tell them the same thing, that Texas legislators are doing more than they are, than frankly, to support Border Patrol. And as to Governor Abbott, obviously he can speak for his office, but I'm aware of actually things he's done in that arena, and I know he's frustrated like you are and other members are, because this is a very important public safety issue and a homeland security issue.
Well, and what has become very clear to, I think, all of us, and I think this hearing just continues to highlight it, listening to the mayor and the judges and so forth, and we haven't even heard from the Commissioner of Health yet. There's some real big concerns there, is that the federal government has really dropped the ball here. Now, you're right, 1986 was the last major immigration reform under Reagan. We need some reforms, and eventually they're going to pass something, I guess. But I'm serious, guys, members on these two committees. I hope you'll consider, and Governor Abbott and General Paxton, who are both friends of mine, I think we need to file a lawsuit. I think somebody needs to get going with a lawsuit, because at this point, it's not just us spending $800 million, or $1 billion or whatever every 2 years. It goes way beyond that. When you see what's going on in Laredo, with a number of people that are being released under federal policy, under federal law, into our communities, just throwing them out there, or a judge getting a call, hey, we're going to start releasing people into your community. It's all because of federal law. You may or may not like it, but that's the law. But we are being impacted. Our communities are being impacted. Certainly our state budgets are being impacted. And so, members, I will support LBB, and I hope LBB will use Budget Execution Authority right now or during this interim to help these communities, to help our communities in whatever way they can beyond what we've already appropriated. And hopefully they won't take it out of your hide, by the way, Director. I'm talking about additional funds
Yeah.
because there is additional money, I think, that's coming into the budget that the projections show. But in the meantime, Chairman and Chairman, I hope you guys will consider putting before your two committees a vote to do something. Let's get a lawsuit going. Let's get a lawsuit going against the federal government telling them, do your job, because it's affecting our state and it's affecting all our communities, certainly my community in Laredo, the busiest inland port in America at times now, right? It is affecting us. So I very much appreciate the testimony.